Today on the channel, we hitch a ride with a Ghost Rider that is, with the Marvel Legends Ghost Rider and Cycle.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today we got something a little bit more special than just your run-of-the-mill figures. We got a vehicle, we got a motorcycle, of course, with Ghost Rider. But for all your Ghost Rider and motorcycle needs, hit up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on in-stock items. Anything over $59 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I got two more Ghost Riders to compare this to later on in the video. So without further ado, let's see what's going on. New release here for Marvel Legends. I've had it for a couple of weeks, finally getting around to unboxing this one here. I've been backed up. There's been so much new product from all the different toy lines coming out this summer. Just so much. It's hard to keep track of at this point. Big window box here, though. In case you ever run into Ghost Rider on the streets, maybe you can sign something for you. Who knows? Marvel Legends right there. Marvel Legends. What do we got? 4 and up, Mark Summers. Get those 3-year-olds the heck out of here. Mark Summers on the couch. Yes, that Mark Summers from Double Dare on the couch. Ghost Rider on the side there. Of course, Ghost Rider Cycle plus flame effect pieces. We're here for that. Celebrating 85 years. Oh, I remember. It just seems like yesterday. Who knows? A little glamour shot there. A little comic shot. I always like that kind of stuff. Then on the back, we got some glamour shots, got a little bit of blurb, got some gibber, got some jabber. Let's see what it says about old Ghost Rider. When Danny Ketch crosses paths with a cursed motorcycle, he is transformed into the spirit of vengeance, wielding supernatural powers as Ghost Rider. So how about that? Ready to go, ready to take on the world as Ghost Rider, of course. And I don't know about you guys, I was very fond of the Ghost Rider Toy Biz series back in the day. We did get a Ghost Rider from that. We just didn't get all the other characters. But I would love some of those more supernatural characters in the future. We'll see what ends up happening there. And then, of course, you got the bike. We got Ghost Rider in the plastic prison looking good. Then a couple of effect pieces right there. So all kinds of stuff. Going to take this out of the package and we'll be back talking all things Ghost Rider. All right, got old Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider out of the package here. Let's start with Ghost Rider first, then we'll work our way into the motorcycle. How about? We're going to start with the hands here. We got 2 gripping hands. Of course, he's going to grip it. He's going to grab that throttle. That's what he's going to do on the motorcycle. Makes a lot of sense, but we do got a splayed out hand and a fisted hand. So if you want to have one hand on the handlebars and throwing the fist up, loading it up, doing some of that kind of stuff, you got to choose your own hand adventure. We know how that goes, of course. And then we do get a reuse here. We've seen this in the past. We do get the chain right here. Of course, the handle at the bottom, chain all the way, and then you get the flames on the end of the chain. Looking very cool, looking like Ghost Rider. He's going to whip you. He's going to hit you with this thing, of course. Now we dive into Ghost Rider himself. We've had quite a few Ghost Riders. The last Ghost Rider figure we got was that on the Toy Biz style backing card I mentioned earlier. Would love to see the rest of those guys from that, but I don't know if it's going to be happening. Maybe. I guess we'll see what happens in the future here. But we got Ghost Rider. First thing, looking at this as a whole, you know this is Ghost Rider right away. He's, of course, got the motorcycle jacket going on. You got the chain around the top there, of course. Chain belt with all the spikes on it. Got the spikes on the forearm. Spike knuckle dusters on the top of the palms there on the gloved hands. Looking very, very nice, all things considered. And then you got the jeans, I guess we'll call them jeans down here in gray. You got the black motorcycle boots once again. You got a little bit of that spikage action once again around the top of the boot there. Really a nice uniform here for a motorcycle guy or a guy going to a heavy metal concert, maybe something like that. But of course, the selling aspect of any Ghost Rider figure is the head. Something about a skull, something about a flaming skull, playing all the hits right here for old Ghost Rider. Got a little flame accessory coming out of the neck, and then, of course, instead of hair on the... I don't know if skulls really have hair, but you know what I mean. It almost looks like hair, but you got the translucent orange plastic looking very, very nice. Very, very happy to report we do got a movable jaw on this one. Got to have a mobile jaw on any Ghost Rider figure. Any skeleton figure needs to have that, and we do have that right here. Got those orange eyeballs set way back in the skull as it should be, and kind of a bone white, a little dirty skull here for Ghost Rider. Looking very nice. No doubt about it, you know this is Ghost Rider all day long, and twice on Sunday. There you go. Arms all the way around for us right there. Do get a bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows playing the hits. Hands removable back and forth, side to side. You get an ab crunch, traditional ab crunch. Waist articulation. Head back and forth, up and down. Not a lot of head movement out of there, though. Not a lot moving there. He does got those Ghost Rider splits, of course. Legs go up. Oh, got a little bit of drop-down hits. Not terribly, but a little bit of drop-down hips on that one. Leg does go up. Thigh cut. Double-jointed, pinless knees. The hits continue. Boot cut. Ankles back and forth, side to side. A little bit of that usual Marvel articulation that we get with the Marvel Legends line. Not too shabby right there. And he should fit on a ringside collectible stand. Of course, get the Mattel stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. There it is. Ghost Rider ready to ride into the night and into your soul. That's what he's ready to do. But looking good right here, old Ghost Rider. That's only half of the puzzle of this set right here, though. The other half is, of course, a very important half. It is the motorcycle. Now, we do get 3 effect pieces for this one, giving us a lot of those Mezco vibes. Of course, Mezco had a lot of flame effects things. We'll bring that out in a little bit. We get a little bit of that with this Ghost Rider here. Nice translucent orange plastic going here, looking like fire out the back end. Of course, tire sits right in there. Same thing with the front, a little bit smaller. Tire sits right in here. You're ready to go. You're ready to drive off to the races. Very cool to get those. You can use them if you want to. If you don't want to, guess what? You don't have to use them. And then we do get a little kickstand action here. I guess we'll call it a kickstand. We'll show you here in a second, but this plugs in underneath the bike, and you can kind of have it raising up, popping a wheelie, just like we used to at the old playground back in the day. But now we get the motorcycle, and Ghost Rider's had a few motorcycles over the years, but when I think back to when I was a kid collecting comics, reading comics, this is what I imagine as Ghost Riders. I'll never forget that Fantastic Four cover where the Fantastic Four were gone. They needed a new Fantastic Four, and Ghost Rider was a member of the Fantastic Four. I thought that was so cool, of course. Wolverine, Hulk, and Spider-Man to round out the group. I thought that was one of the greatest comics ever when I was a kid. I remember seeing that, just being like, this can't be real. There's no way that's the Fantastic Four. But I always remember, I believe, unless my memory's faulting me, we'll put the picture up. I guess we'll test it. This is the bike I do remember on that cover there. So looking interesting, looking like a war bike, like something out of like Escape from New York or something like that. You got a big front here. It's almost like a ram bar. You're just going to tear through people. You got that going on. You got a little bit of like eyes right there in the front. Wheels got that flame effect. Of course, both wheels do go around. They are real working wheels. Got the black body throughout, kind of a flat black to it. Definitely dark here. You do get the handles, or I guess pegs. Yeah, there you go. Foot pegs down here. Plugs in, of course, very easily. You put the feet on there if you need to. Looking very nice. You do got a little bit of stuff showing in between that black, but not a whole lot. And then you do got, of course, the handlebars. The handlebars are movable there. You got a little dash going on. Not a ton of different stuff. You got, of course, the seat here in a maroon color. Kind of is what it is, all things considered. This will not stand up on its own, though. Obviously, you put the effect pieces on here, though, and it's standing all day long. Looking very good. You probably got to use it like that. If you're putting it on a shelf, you're going to have that to give it a little bit more stability is what you're going to want to do. I'm sure, though, you can figure out a way to have this by itself. You, of course, could as well. Talked about this little flame effect stand. Whoops, put it in backwards there. Plug that in here. You can have him just like this popping a wheelie. So this will take up a little less shelf space. It just depends how much space you have. Do you need to use these? You don't have to. You can do it this way as well. So you got to choose your own Ghost Riding adventure. You're a rider. You got to choose which way you're going to go there. But very cool for what it is. It's always fun with the 6-inch scale figures to get vehicles. We don't get a ton of vehicles. It's not like the 3 3/4 G.I. Joe days where there's vehicles coming at us in all directions. It's few and far between. So when we do get them, it is fairly special. It is very cool to get. And especially a character like Ghost Rider, we need stuff like this. This is just a Ghost Rider plus motorcycle. You can't have it without the other unless you're the last release, I guess. So there is that. But definitely a cool one here. I got to think a lot of people will be wanting this one. I believe fan channel exclusive. I don't think this is going to Walmarts and Targets. I could be wrong, of course. But speaking of Marvel Legend, this was the last Ghost Rider bike we got. A little earlier incarnation here. I do like this one for what it is. Not as iconic to me personally, bike, but I do love the look of this Ghost Rider here. It just kind of gives me an Evel Knievel feel. Maybe it's because more 70s style Ghost Rider. Maybe that's what's up with that. But definitely a cool one here from way back in the day. Probably at least 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe even 10 years ago. What is time, as we say. An interesting one. And then, of course, if you want all the bells and whistles, you get the Mezco version here. Different price point, totally different price point on this one. Very, very expensive, as we do know with the Mezcos, but a lot of people love this one. I do like it a whole lot. I don't know, though, does it warrant the extra money? You got to vote with your wallet and decide on yourself. This is being re-released as a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, so hit the link in the description below if you want more of this era like this. Mezco they are taking pre-orders over at Big Bad Toy Store. Like I said, it's a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, at least as of right now. So a little different Ghost Riders throughout the years here from Mezco and Marvel Legends. But one thing is for certain, everybody knows Ghost Rider. He's an intriguing character. I didn't read a lot of his comic books as a kid outside of guest appearances and crossover stuff. It just always felt hard to get into as I didn't understand the whole story. That was always my issue getting into Ghost Rider for whatever reason. But definitely a character that looked cool. Definitely a character that's well respected and well remembered, and heck, you guys know we've even had movies of Ghost Rider, so definitely a popular character when the dust does settle here, and a fun one as far as Marvel Legends go. But what are your guys' thoughts? Did you pick up this set? Playing the long game on this set? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. The best way to support this YouTube channel. You get early access to both YouTube channels' videos, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it, it's all going down on the old Patreon. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for the mighty Ghost Rider, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.